Ladies and gentlemen, the Adult Baby Show.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. Welcome to the Adult Baby Show, episode 104. I am B.
104, it's 105. I'm Chic.
And I'm
Did
Chris.
you just say 104?
No, we said 105. You
No,
I
said
heard
it's
104.
106. Is it 106?
106.
I thought it was 104.
I think it's 106.
I don't
Oh,
even know.
man.
The whole quarantine is fucking our whole shit up.
Dude, honestly, I don't even know what day it is. So you expect me to know what
No, that's-
episode we're on?
When you texted last night that
It
we
is
missed
episode
one, I'm
one.
like, didn't we just do this?
Huh?
You texted
106.
last night we missed one. I'm like, I thought we just did Taleli like 2 days ago.
No, that was, I know, that was Sunday.
It's
We missed
fine.
one.
Trying to get 2 a week.
We're a little late, but, we're coming in.
Well, we're just trying to get 2 during the week. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter when. Every day's
No,
the
it
same.
doesn't. It doesn't. It really is. Every day's the same. I've lost track of time. I have no idea what day it is. I have no idea what I'm doing. Every day is the same thing. It's
You have no idea what episode it is.
no idea what episode it
My
is.
brother and sister are moving out tomorrow, and I was like, I thought you guys are moving on Saturday. She goes, well, today's Friday. I said, right.
Yeah. Oh man. So Chris, I gotta ask you, do you have the virus?
I do not have the virus.
Okay, because you sent us some disturbing text yesterday. It sounded like
I had a horrible headache yesterday
yeah.
from morning to night. And I think because today I feel fine and I got like a little headache in the afternoon, but I feel totally fine other than that. I think
had-
it's just
That's because I had a big day of parenting.
you big day of parenting.
But I'm sorry to cut you off.
Would you do
Continue.
prepare cereal?
No, I had to watch them for the whole day today, but
But I honestly, I think it was just the stress from work and staring at a screen all day and stuff like that too. So
All right.
yeah, I'd
I
say
am,
you're good.
I'm
You're
not
probably,
convinced that you don't have it, actually. So
I am convinced he doesn't right now because he's just got a headache. He's probably run down.
yeah, I feel fine today.
but all the headaches are a thing. I keep hearing headaches.
No, it's fever and
I
aching.
think it's fever. Yeah.
No, a lot of headaches. A lot of headaches
A
too.
lot of headaches. A lot of headaches.
I'm
out
telling you. I'll send you the info after the show. But yeah, no, headaches are definitely a thing. It's a
I mean,
strain,
listen,
man.
it could be. I'm
there. I
probably
mean, the symptoms
contact
it's
with it all day.
sickness you have could be COVID.
True. I think we've officially lost it over here at the Ryan house.
I think we've all officially lost it.
Yeah.
I think it's now hitting the point where everyone, like, the original fun of everything is now, like, even I'm finding myself very bored.
My
Really?
parents are. I go upstairs before. My parents are Friday night, so they're gonna order dinner in. They were arguing for 25 minutes about where to go for dinner. My mom wanted to go to an Asian place.
No, not right now.
My dad kept doing the what about we do Mary's? What about we do this? And finally my mom's like, I brought it up 2 nights in a row. How come you do? And finally he admitted, he's like,
I'm there.
honestly, I don't, let's stay away.
Let's stay away.
And then my dad's going, I'm talking quiet because they're like upstairs and they're
And you don't
quiet
want them
right
to
now.
hear. I would love them to hear it, and a fight breaks out on the show.
Right. They come down and tell you.
They come down and smack the shit out of B.
Yeah. I'm like listening to them. But I
Hey,
turn
the more you whisper, the more people can't hear you.
No, now I hear them talking, so they're good. So then I'm telling you, this argument about what to order for dinner went on for a good 25 to 35 minutes. It kept going. So finally,
That's the occurrence in the Chicolo household, though. We're a very indecisive group when it comes to ordering food.
I could see that.
I could totally see that.
So I look up by chance. I look up at my mom, and she's standing above my dad, and she's doing the pointing the finger to her head like a gun, and she's just staring off into the distance.
Jesus.
I'm
Like she was actually thinking about it.
I'm like, they've lost it. They've lost it.
They've
It's
definitely lost
set
it.
in.
This is too much time to spend with people.
And we got another month. Just getting going.
At least another month.
Well, yeah, at least another month.
Because here's what I'm
Like-
thinking. This thing's not supposed to peak for another 2 weeks.
Well,
But then
that's
it's gotta come down.
That's a different See, here's the thing: what they're looking at. They're looking at new cases, so they expect the numbers to rise as more testing gets done, and people who've been sick for a while are going to start. Some are going to go. So there's certain numbers are going to rise. They're saying the most important number to look at is new cases.
Yeah.
I don't know what any of this
Yeah.
means per se, but that's like the everything I'm seeing is like worrying about new cases.
Why are we worrying about? Because then it will. I'm sorry. Explain that to me.
It's you don't want to overload the hospitals.
So all right. So now we have to worry about the new case. So like the second wave, I guess.
It's not this. No.
This is still the first wave.
It's still the first. This whole thing is the first wave.
No.
The second wave would be like
the second wave of people getting sick. I mean.
No, it hasn't stopped though.
It hasn't stopped. So this isn't a second wave.
Isn't new people getting sick a second wave?
Well,
No,
they're just saying they're
first
starting to
wave.
see if the containment that we're doing, the quarantining, is actually working. The only way you'll see if it's actually working is not a decrease in numbers per se. It's like a decrease in new cases.
Okay, I got you. All right.
Yeah, so like the deaths really have nothing to do with if the quarantining is working or not.
Yeah, because there's people who've been sick for weeks now who there may be a lot of people who die one day, but that's not because they're all new cases. So what they're trying to do is stop the spread. Spread meaning new cases.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that's a big thing. But you know what's funny? How we said we're going to be able to look back at our past episodes during this time and maybe laugh, and we could actually kind of progress how everything went through this.
Yeah.
Through like episode. I already got not an email, it was a direct message from one of our longtime listeners from South Korea, Pete.
Yeah.
Big Petey boy. We want to wish him and his family. Hope they're staying safe out there.
Yeah. They stay, Pete.
From what I've heard, well,
There.
but he said it's funny because when Chris first came on, he said episode, I believe he said 100. Chris said coronavirus. Nobody's even died yet.
I know. I was way off.
Like, he was way off. That was like
way off.
weeks ago.
I don't even remember you saying that. That's
Neither did
crazy.
I didn't remember him saying that, but some people are still listening. They're catching up.
Right. Yeah. Hey, listen.
And we're laughing, not laughing because there's so many, but like, wow, like that's just like
I
part
would
of.
have never in a million years thought that we'd shut down everything for any amount of time, especially not multiple months.
Well, yeah, me and B were talking about this yesterday, and B had brought up that if you would have mentioned in, around Christmas time or New Year's that in 3 months, you're not going to be allowed to leave your house without a mask, gloves, and there's going to be a global quarantine going on, you would have laughed.
You would have laughed.
Yeah, you would have
You
been
would've
like,
laughed.
you're out of here.
Crazy person.
Yeah, you would have been like a typical crazy, like, no fucking way is that going to happen in 3 months. And
But
here
here
we
we
are.
But here we are.
B looks nervous today. I judge how everything's
I'm not
going.
nervous. I'm not nervous.
You just you look troubled.
No, I'm not. I'm just getting a text message from somebody. I should have left my phone over there. That's it. No, I'm fine. I'm at the point I haven't left my house in 3 days. Not like I stopped even doing the Dunkin' Donuts drive-through run. I'm not even doing that anymore.
Oh yeah.
I would have
Yeah.
stopped doing that first. Dunkin' Donuts drive-through.
Yeah, but nobody's in. There's no contact.
Yeah.
So I mean,
My
I don't.
not even the contact with other people. It's just whether I trust the people preparing the
Who
food.
made it?
I get that, but I don't. I think those people are also being super.
I think they're being caught.
No, I
But
think they are.
people handle customers with one glove after another. So all they're
That could
doing.
happen.
Putting,
But
that-
I've explained this. I get my tea, and it comes in. I put it down on my in my cup holder. I automatically wash my hands. I have antibacterial in the truck. When I get home, I kind of leave it there. I spray it down with Lysol. I let it sit for a minute, and then I drink it. If this Corona stays on a hot tea, I mean, I don't know. What else am I going to do? Then we're all going to get it.
You really can't win that.
It's the least amount of, I need my caffeine in the morning is all I'm saying. I need to do that. And I've been sluggish the last couple of days, but whatever.
Hey,
I feel
it's
good.
hard to have energy right now.
It is, man. I fell asleep yesterday. I worked during the morning, and I was done around, I don't know, I'd say like 2, something like that. And then yeah.
No, go finish.
Oh, so then I took like I was like I'm so bored. I'm like I took a nap. And then I slept too late. And then last night I didn't sleep. I was up till 4 in the morning. I'm like
Well,
on this awful cycle.
Oh,
it's
wow.
perfect you just said that because I'm trying to get out of this cycle, and the kids wake me up early every morning. I'm up at 8. But last night I was
That's what
watching
being a dad
so
is all about, though.
yeah.
I
But
mean,
today
they're
I have a
parents,
raging headache because I didn't go to sleep until 5:30 last night.
or you have the
Yeah.
virus.
He might
Enough.
have to too. Listen, I don't like the what's you guys both have. You know, Chick, I talked to you earlier, and you don't sound right yourself.
I had a rough day today. I'm not. I
You
feel
don't
fine.
sound good.
I feel fine. I told you, it's just the life. The energy is just sucked out of everybody.
How it
The
starts.
life I'm living.
That's how it starts. Fatigue, Chick.
It starts with
It does.
fatigue.
That's why I'm worried
But
for
I
you.
don't have fatigue, bro. I have a headache because I didn't just slept 2 hours last night, and then I had to watch my nephew all day.
But they're out of there tomorrow.
That's what we're probably tomorrow or Sunday the latest.
Are you happy about this, or are you gonna be sad to see them go?
I'm gonna miss them when they're gone. I love having them around, but it'll be a little. There's pros and cons to
You're
everything. I
leaving
get a little
for-
more peace and quiet and whatever. But then that peace and quiet gets very lonely. So it's
That's
nice
true.
to have them. So I'll probably
And
be a
Chris-
little sad.
Yeah.
But we've been doing this whole quarantine together. I might still go there. Like if we're still going to be doing the same things, there's no
True.
reason to have to be away from them.
Yeah, if they're doing the same thing that you're doing,
Yeah.
You know, like nothing's changing. We've been quarantining this whole time living together. I don't, but we'll see what happens.
Chris, what's your work schedule like? You seem like you're working a lot.
I'm working a little bit extra because a lot of the employees at the store don't want to come in because they're afraid of getting the virus. And one of them is sick but tested negative.
Okay.
So just sick, and probably like everybody else has anxiety about it, and it's just like, I don't want to risk it.
Yeah,
So,
I get.
I'm working extra for that, and
I
you know
even
what?
judge somebody for not wanting to go in because I
That's
Well,
told
the
them.
that's what I'm saying. If you don't have an essential job, I just don't see the upside of being like, I'll stick through it with you guys. I don't see it.
I get it 100%.
I guess you need to work. All right, I shouldn't say that because people need money. But like, if you can't figure out a different way, like my job I was lucky enough to be able to do this from home. I guess if you have to go in,
It is what it is. If you have
It
to,
is
you have.
what it is. I just,
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't imagine working
You
during.
can't let your family starve because of nerves.
No, you definitely can't. And like for me, I mean, it's not like I'm feeding a family or anything like that, but it's technically a healthcare job.
Yeah,
So-
no, it's essential.
Well, somebody's got to give out the drugs to people.
That's the thing. So it's like someone's going to work, and it might as well be me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't want to stay on the corona too long today because I have some questions this week
Yeah, let's
that-
get into your question.
Do it.
that I made up for you guys. And they're 10 random questions, and they're kind of like, just like I want to basically see what's in your head, right? Both of your heads, and kind of where you guys go with these. But I figured we've been not struggling with content, but let's make things a little easier, maybe a little fun for people to listen to. So let me know when you guys want me to
I
start.
have some, like I said, I have some questions after this too. So I sent out an Instagram post, and I had like 2 people give me nonsense questions. You guys are the worst. So we'll make this about questions, but I like your idea with questions, Chick.
Yeah. And this was just, I got this idea. I can't even take it. When me and B were on the hole, I don't know how many they asked us, maybe 3 or 5 or something. They it was like a speed round where they asked me and B a few questions, and we had some fun with it. And I figured, why not give something similar a try right now? So who wants to answer first?
I'll go first.
Oh, Chris jumping out the gate.
Do it.
All right, so we're going to start with a couple easy ones. If you could sit down and have a drink with anyone living today, anybody, who would it be?
Oh, anyone living today? Can I get
Living.
like
Can't be dead.
a couple seconds to think about that? That's
Yeah,
heavy.
no, think about it. I was thinking when I wrote this question, I was thinking myself would be Dave Chappelle.
Honestly, I don't know. This is tough. I want to sit down with someone like Sam Harris or like Richard Dawkins or something like that. And
I don't know who the one of them are.
Yeah,
They're,
who are those
they're
guys?
scientists.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Okay.
I'd want to pick their
I know the
brains
name.
about like sciencey questions and
I'm
like
sure
the
they would
way the
love
brain.
you to put it that way. Give me some science-y questions.
No, yeah, like I want to be able to ask them all the retarded questions I have
Right.
about how the world works and just see what
Hey, and
their
I
thought
think that's
process
cool.
are. Or even like Elon Musk would be cool too. But
And
Yeah,
I
you-
had trouble. And the reason why I said Chappelle is because I think he's the best comic around right now. I think he's a super intelligent individual, and he just seems like a cool dude to hang out with.
he
does,
seems like a
yeah.
cool dude for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, B?
Honestly, my first thought was myself. I would love to clone myself, and what is it like to hang out with me? But that's a little too. I
That's
don't
an
know what the word
interesting
is.
thought, too.
That's a boring answer.
It's very boring. So I honestly, I would like to sit down. I don't. Here's the thing: the people that I would like to sit down with, I feel like they wouldn't be great. Like I want to sit down and have a couple of whiskeys with somebody, you know.
That's why I think Chappelle would be great, personally.
Chappelle would be great. Like I would love to sit down with Howard Stern or Bruce Springsteen. Like those are two of my guys that I love those guys. I would love to like really get in their head. But I feel like we'd be drinking water, you know? I feel like we'd be eating salad, staying healthy. Like I want to have a night of debauchery with somebody,
Yeah, I hear
you
you.
know? That's what I kind of want. And Chappelle would be great. But that's a tough it's a real tough one. There's a
This
lot
is the first question.
You know what it is?
I know, but it's a tough one.
It'd be cool if you could pick a time period because, like, I feel like I'd like to hang out with like a Joe Rogan from the early 2000s. You know,
Yeah.
like a crazy, like if you could pick a time period or
But
something.
when I made my decision, I made it someone who, on an intellectual level and on a personal level, I feel like we'd have common ground and interests.
Yeah.
But also, I think he would have a much different take on things than I probably would. And I would love to. He's a smart fucking dude,
He's
Chappelle.
smart as shit.
He,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Chappelle
just
would
with
be
his
great.
comedy and his movies, like I would love to meet him.
I guess at the end of the day, it would have to be Bruce, just because of all the concerts I've been to. I would just love that opportunity to sit down and talk about some stuff. But it's just I know whoever I pick, I'm gonna walk out of that dinner just feeling like they weren't vibing with me. They didn't have
You
a
look
good
at a negative height. You take a
Yeah.
hypothetical and you turn it into a negative.
because I
He
that's
already
why
knows
honestly
somehow they wouldn't like him.
I would love a clone of myself because I feel like I would enjoy
But there's
myself.
nothing you could teach yourself.
Wouldn't
Why
it
would
be
you
cool,
want to
though,
teach yourself?
just as like from an observational standpoint, if you can make a clone of yourself, but that clone didn't know that you were you?
That would be cool. Yeah.
But my point is, you know everything in your brain. This person is not going to be able to teach
Yeah,
you.
but
And
you don't know how you come off to other people.
Exactly.
yeah, but
That's
that's that.
I
So you
kind of
just want
like
to know
that.
how you come off to other people.
No, I
That's
picked
your goal in this?
scientists. I just thought that this would
No,
be
not
cool.
you. I'm making fun of it.
This would be cool as like a side thing.
It would be interesting. I kind of honestly, I would love to have dinner with myself and be what it's like. What a joy it must be for somebody else
Like it's
to
it's
sit
one of
down,
those,
or
to
what
me,
a nightmare it is.
or what-
Either
yeah.
way, I'd love to know.
I don't know. That would be cool.
Alright. Well, question 2, because I don't want to spend any more time on that, because question 2 is similar, but I got specific things. Would you rather meet the president of the United States or your favorite athlete? Now, before Chris, because I know you hate Trump, it doesn't have to be Trump. It's the office that I'm asking about.
Can I say also though, I would totally want to meet Trump
Well, so would I.
because I don't like him as the president, but I think he's a fascinating guy.
Okay. But well, you're not even a big athlete, so I kind of know where you'll go with this. But who would you rather meet? Your favorite athlete or the president?
The president definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
D?
Okay. I already met my favorite athlete. I met Kobe. He died. I would have to do a president as well, because the way I look at it is, listen, if you pick the wrong athlete, that picture that you have in a couple years from now
You
might
are the most negative person with this. I know you never want to meet your idol. They always say that. I
Will
get
you
that.
let me finish?
Okay, go.
I'm saying if I say an athlete right now, say I want to meet my favorite athlete, Sam Darnold, but come next season, Sam Darnold breaks his leg and he never plays again. It's a waste, you know. So a
Well,
president is something. If you have a picture of you with a president, you always look like you're a big deal, you know. You
well, not a
always
big
have
deal. That's a great moment.
See, also what I'm
what?
thinking of,
I said whether it's a big deal or not, because some people may not be a big deal. It's a great moment.
just also beyond the picture, like a lot of athletes, like Sam Darnold or something like that, he just came out of college. So you'd be hanging out with a 23-year-old,
Right.
whereas like the president is at least handling some shit. He's got something to talk about.
Well,
I
I
would
would
have
say
to-
the president too, but I also wouldn't pick an athlete who is a rookie and a guy I like. I would pick.
I wasn't saying I would pick. I
I
definitely
would
wouldn't pick
pick
Sam
an Eli
Darnold.
Manning, a guy who's had a whole career and has done
That'd be cool.
things that you were astonished by.
By
My
the way,
whole thing
you
about an
pick-
athlete is that there's so many of them, and like I would want to meet the president, the most powerful man in the world, and see what his day is like and what he's all about.
Yeah, like that would be cool.
The good thing about picking somebody like Eli Manning, though, is like how you were just saying you got no sleep. You would definitely get sleep that night.
No, I wouldn't, because I would be fascinated by the glare off the rings that he has.
He wouldn't even wear his rings.
He wears
He'd
one
be
ring.
like, oh, I
Every
love
time
him.
I see them, he's always got a ring on. I check his
All right.
finger.
All right, go on.
Check his fingers.
You're the least fun person
I
on
always
this
check.
podcast right now.
Whenever I see a professional athlete who's won a championship, I always look and see if they wear their ring. I do.
Interesting.
Good.
But okay, this is a simple one. This is a famous question that you ask people growing up. Would you rather drown or burn to death?
Drown.
I want to get beef. Oh, all right, Chris. You go.
Sorry.
You said drown?
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Chris?
Have you guys gotten burnt?
Okay. No, I hear you. I'm just I'm
hurts
not
like a
questioning.
motherfucker.
I want to hear your reasoning.
Yeah, no, and I've also heard accounts, and who knows if they're bullshit or not, but I've heard accounts of people who have like gotten close to drowning and had to get revived, just be like, yeah, you're struggling, but then it gets peaceful. And I've had
Peaceful.
yeah, that's what I've read is like you struggle like a motherfucker, but then once you start, like your brain like
Who told you this?
shoots like dopamine into your head or something like that, and you just kind of
Don't you think that
Well,
happens
it's not-
faster with a
you probably
fire,
just-
though?
I figured you would pass out.
yeah, you probably do after a point, but like I'd rather do that than burn. Burning hurts. I've
Yeah,
gotten,
burn's
like
gonna hurt for a
tiny
while.
minor
You don't die
hurts.
quick. That is a brutal way to go. But
That's
B, what's your answer?
All right. So I was talking about my parents, with the reason why I don't like this coronavirus is because you're basically, when it gets bad, you're drowning in your own lungs. And that scares me. I wish this was like a flesh-eating disease. Like I wish if the coronavirus,
You'd rather your flesh be decrepit?
100%.
You're
I could
fucking-
deal with the pain. I can't deal with the panic of not
you're
breathing.
fucking
So I
insane.
would 100% pick burning over drowning.
I'm with Chris on this, even though my answer, not really trying to answer these. I would agree with drowning. Although I watched the movie Amistad, and they throw those just like the slaves, or I'll never forget this. When they threw the slaves over it was one of the most gut-wrenching things I've ever seen, where they just throw like a weight and then they slide them off the ship and they just going underwater and they can't, the weight's taking them down. Dude, it was the worst thing I could ever see, and it made me think that burning might be actually better than the
That was-
struggle of not
I
being
feel like burning is such a immediate. Your skin is just
Not immediate.
cooked right away. That you don't have that struggle where you do
Ever
it
seen,
drowning.
like those medieval movies where they drop the burning oil on people as they're trying to get into the castle or something like that. Nothing in the world looks more painful to me than that.
And that's what I kind of agree. I think
Boiling
the
skin.
pain, is it the pain that you want, like the quick pain death, or the long dragging on of the drown.
But how long? Can't be more than a minute.
But a minute without breathing.
Same thing with burning, though.
Burning, you'd probably
It's less than a minute.
faint from shock with burning within 30 seconds.
I don't know.
I will take the pain other than the anxiety of being suffocated any day. I can take pain. One thing about me is I can take pain. I can't take that not knowing how to breathe. I couldn't do it.
All right. Well, let's move this along then. I get the idea. Drowning, one drown, one burn. This was one of my favorite questions to ask because it's such a new question, and to me, it's a very interesting way to look at life, and it kind of tells me what people's heads are at. Would you rather be Kobe Bryant, as is, or O.J. Simpson?
I know my answer.
So
right
basically,
away.
what I'm saying is, would you rather die
It's a great question.
Would you rather die a
Easy, Batman.
hero.
Die a hero or live long enough to see yourself be the villain.
Or would you rather be a piece of shit that everybody hates, but you're still alive and golfing every day?
Kobe Bryant.
B?
I love big fanfare when it comes to funerals. When I die, I have a fantasy about funerals that I want a big
B,
funeral.
I'm the same way. I want my funeral to be extravagant.
And that's why I pick Kobe, because he lived. Sometimes dying young, your legacy is sealed. You don't have time to.
Well, what do they say in Batman? Would you rather, what is it? Do you live long enough to be the hero?
You live long enough to be a villain.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. I'm going to go with OJ because I don't want to die.
Well, he's going to die, though.
Now, but
You want to die at 40 years old with your kids so young? Or would you rather be OJ still hang out with his kid?
But also,
and you know what? People
OJ
I don't
went
give
to
a fuck about.
OJ went to prison for a long time.
No, he wasn't. He was in prison for a few years.
Wasn't he in prison for like 10 years after he stole that stuff?
No, it wasn't. It was like a year or two, and he got out on
I
parole.
think it was
Much
too
longer.
long.
To get back.
There's a whole, but my whole thing is the
Maybe
guy
it was-
still gets to see his kids, and at the end of the day, I don't
Also-
care if the world hates me. I'm living, and I get to spend my days golfing. Like his life can't be that bad.
But here's the thing that I would struggle with, and maybe OJ doesn't struggle with: the stress of those court cases for 20 years. Just continuous court cases. Everywhere you go, everybody hates you. Like I don't know if I could deal with that.
Listen, I feel like Kobe's the easy answer because he's the good guy. But I
Just
feel like
right
most
answer.
people, if you tell them you're going to have a great funeral, but we're going to put you on this helicopter that goes down right now. Or you get away from jail, the world hates you, but you're alive and your family still loves you. I'm taking the family. I'm sorry. And I buy
You think his
bullshit.
family
He's kinda
still loves him, though?
resentful.
Yes, I think his kids still love him.
You don't think that they're like, this is what? Maybe they're a little scared. Like, let's pretend we like the guy. All right, we see what he
You
can
don't think
do.
there's a touch of resent from those kids?
I think it's better to be able to build on a relationship than not have it at all.
And you
That's-
don't think
yeah.
that guy lays his head on his pillow at the end of the day, and he's completely okay because he
I
can play
think
golf?
he's
I
One,
think there's a
personally,
lot.
seeing his Twitter videos, I think he is okay.
I think he's totally fine.
I think he's a
That's
narcissist.
why I need to be
He
Kobe.
is. My whole
Yeah, I
point
don't
is
know.
I
I
would
don't-
just call bullshit on people who say Kobe because everybody says they want to be a hero, but when push comes to shove, nobody wants to die. I'm going with OJ, and I personally think 75% of the people would pick OJ not knowingly either.
Yeah, no,
I'd rather
all right.
be hated by a bunch of people I'll never meet or see than
That's
be
fair.
dead at the age of 40 with my daughter. But that's why I asked that question. Next question, number 5. If you were president, what would your first order of action be? Now, like I want to explain, this doesn't have to be a very reasonable, like it doesn't have to be something that you'd be like, Congress isn't going to pass.
Right, yeah, I gotta pass it. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
You just pick something that you would want. It would be your first thing that you do.
Me first?
I
Whoever
know
wants to go.
mine. It's up to you.
So B,
whatever you
go
want.
first. Let Chris think.
Oh, all right, I got it.
Oh, all right, Chris.
4-day
go.
work week.
4-day work week.
Yes.
Huh?
Tuesday
like
to
that too.
Friday.
So you wouldn't do Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You would do Monday off, Saturday,
Yeah,
Sunday.
it's a beautiful thing. There's something beautiful about a Friday going into I like a Friday.
Thursday would be the new Friday.
Yeah, Thursday would be the new Friday. No.
Yeah, it
No,
would.
Friday would still be Friday.
In my opinion, I would say Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You get off Thursday's the new Friday.
No, but there is a joy of working on a Friday when you're off for the weekend.
But now you can never say somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Yeah, somebody's got a case of the Tuesdays. But here's what I like about the 4-day work starting on a Tuesday. It's because you could see the other end real fast. You could see Friday right there. Monday's out of the way. It's the same system that we know, right? Except you have off Mondays.
All right.
That's what I would do.
Chris.
Mine's a little more boring. Universal health care.
That's it. I was hoping to get. I mean, that's a very.
No, that's what I think.
That's a very practical.
What, are you really running for Congress?
No, dude, that's what I would totally.
You're not actually getting votes from us,
I got
man. Have a
nothing
little
silly.
fun.
I feel like it's just silly that we
That's
don't have.
kind of. That was the whole thing. Is that like I was just gonna say that's very practical, but
It's too practical. I know. It's just like.
Okay.
all right, I get it. Well, good
Hey,
answer.
listen.
I would, mine would be. I didn't really want to answer these because I've been answering
Answer them. Jesus Christ, come on.
Well, they're my questions, but mine would be legalizing marijuana. Way overdue.
But that's
Federally-
halfway there, right?
But we're not there. We're not even close to federal. I don't think.
Yeah,
yet.
federal's not close at all.
I would
I mean,
legally,
you're
federally legalize it. Federally recreational legalization of marijuana. Save the planet.
But do you really worry about pot, though? I mean,
I think it would help a lot of our problems if you want to get on that side of it.
so like as far as
Really-
like selling it, making money off of it, I guess.
Yeah, just as a practical tax thing for.
How about this? All the money we make from pot, we give back to the people who have that Monday off. Make it a 3-day weekend. All right.
Now this is where I want to see how shallow we are as people.
Okay.
Would you rather be ugly and smart or handsome and dumb?
Ugly and smart.
Well, you already are.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You're living that life right now.
I know, right?
What about you, B?
Oh, 100%. I would love to see the other side, man. I would love to be handsome and dumb.
I was just gonna say that. I already feel ugly and smart, so I want to be handsome.
Handsome and dumb. You can breeze through life. You're living that O.J. Simpson life right away. You can put your
Nobody said you were good at sports.
what?
Nobody said you were good at sports.
No. I'm not
It's not
saying
a matter, but good-looking people don't realize how easy in life they have it.
you
there's
have,
girls
you
I
have an
know
easy
who are
life.
good-looking girls who will literally don't understand
Yes.
that a lot of the reasons why people are nice to you and you get things is because of how you look. It has nothing to do with your personality
Most of them,
or
most
your
of them
work.
very boring people, by the way.
What?
The handsomer you are, the more boring you are.
Yeah, because
You
know,
can't develop a
Yeah, but wouldn't
personality.
you just get like bored with yourself?
no, because you're
I
so
would
good-looking.
find the most shallow person and just live that life.
That's what they do. They find another good look. I know good-looking people who refuse to date anybody other than like smoking hot people, and
Remember,
they're just.
you're
Oh, my
dumb. You're dumb
Well, that's what
too.
I'm saying. And then you
So-
just have a dumb relationship, and you make dumb kids, and that's it. But you
and you're
both look-
dumb as well. So you're not really. It's not really
You're
affecting
you're not
you.
even noticing it.
You're like, yeah, this is what it is, man.
Yeah,
Another trip to the Cancun.
I just think it would be nice to be very dumb, and just
You-
get by looks.
Would be.
Yeah. Not all of us could be dumb and smart like this group.
Couple ugly, smart motherfuckers in this chat.
Hey, I do.
Yeah.
People probably thinking that I'm ugly and dumb, but I'm ugly and smart. That's how I consider myself.
Right.
Now I'm going. I
You're
went from
ugly
an
and
easy one
unrealistic.
to a very easy one to an extremely personal one. Now, strangest sexual incident you guys have ever had in your lives.
Oh,
I'll
I
let
got,
Chris- B. I want to hear B first.
okay.
There's a few I could pick.
Well, pick one, unless you want
Um,
a couple.
the one that really sticks out is about 5 years ago, it was September, right around my birthday. Opening day for football.
Yep.
This is before like all our friends were married and had kids and all that. So we all went out to the bar on Sunday. There was a girl that shows up there. This is week 1. The Jets probably lost 24-7, you know? And
Yeah.
this girl shows up, and one guy there, not one of my close friends, is trying to hit on this girl. And nobody knows her. She's there by herself. She's drinking by herself. We're like, it's interesting. And she kind of turns down the one of my friends. That not one of my close friends, nobody you would know, but a guy that I know.
Yeah.
And in the middle of it, she kind of looks at me and she goes, "I wish you would have hit on me, right?" So I wait everybody out.
You sure this wasn't
My friends leave. I'm in the corner bar stool, and I make a move on this girl.
What type of move?
I stick my hand down her pants in public.
You didn't even go to kiss her first.
No, I didn't even kiss her. I don't even know what her first or
Did you
last name.
Good
discuss
for you,
this?
B.
Or you just went,
That happened, and there was people around. It was after the games had played, but it was wide open right there. And at the end of
One
it,
of those things you want to do, but you never really have the balls to do. God bless you.
yeah, I made a move.
it's
I
also
made
one
a
of those
strong
things that
move.
goes south real fast.
That's a very strong move.
Yeah.
Believe me, I was getting the signal that anything could have gone, you know, and that's what happened. And then at the end, after that was done, she was done, and I walked her to a car, and I was like, I guess this is it. And I guess that was the strangest.
Did you ever kiss her at any point?
Never.
Not one kiss. You just stuck your hands down her pants.
Yeah.
Finger banged her, and that was it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Right on a bar stool.
Did you ever see her again, or
Never saw her again. I had one time I thought I saw her, and I don't think it was her. I honestly, if I did, it was like 5 or 6 years ago. So I don't even remember what she looks like, to be honest with you.
That is such an amazing thing to happen because that's so weird.
Yeah. And then I told my friend that works at the bar, and he actually looked at the video to try to pull up video, but it wasn't. It was like too far back when I
You
told him.
fucking sicko.
How great would it be if I had that like footage of it, like instead of robbing a bank?
Of what? Of you sexually assaulting some young girl?
I was.
That's probably
She was
better
into it.
there's no footage.
Yeah, it's probably better there's no footage. Chris, what about you?
So one time I was getting head while driving, and we were at a red light, and this guy pulls up on a bike, like one of those like serious biker dudes, you know, like wearing the full
Motorcycle?
setup and everything.
Yeah.
And he looks over, and we were like, you know, obviously like stop, and then we were both mortified, and he gave us a thumbs up.
Oh my God, that's a good one.
That was
I
mortifying.
know somebody who
I was
rear-ended
like 19.
getting a blowjob while they were driving in a drive-through,
Oh, that's bold.
and they rear-ended the car in front of them.
Oh, so
Yeah,
that's
because
tough.
you don't have. That's why I prefer to do this stuff on bar stools, because like you can't be driving and
You
doing
can't
this because
operate
your mind is
heavy
off.
machinery. It's
Yeah,
not-
you're occupied on something else.
and you're not enjoying it as much.
No.
That's a miracle. One of
How
my
about you?
weirdest things was when I was getting a blowjob once. This was in high school, and I farted while I was
man.
getting a blowjob, and it was more embarrassing than strangest thing.
I do that every third time I'm with a woman.
It's tough though because it's like. it's
And
not-
like she acted cool about it, she laughed or whatever, but it totally killed the mood.
Oh yeah.
oh, I
Yeah,
would
no,
imagine.
it'll kill a movie.
Yeah.
But that was mine. That shit is funny though.
Oh man.
All right. Now tell me something about each one of you guys that you think is unusual, weird, but specific to you.
God, these questions are just.
This is so.
we're really learning a lot.
But I mean just specific that you think it may not be specific to you, but you think you're the only one who does it.
Chris.
I don't know that there's anything that.
I mean, if you really can't answer, you can. You could be a normal, but B, I know, has plenty of.
Yeah. I mean, what haven't I talked about on the podcast? I would say here's one. I enjoy the smell of my belly button. Sometimes I'll take my finger and I'll stick it in my belly button and I'll just smell it. It
Oh my
smells a
God,
little
that
bit of
is
like
one of the.
it's like a mixture of me and fresh cotton together. I don't know what it is, but it's not
Why do I
bad.
not believe that smell combination that you just gave us?
No. It's there is a cotton smell. Like there is like a laundry smell, but there's also like a not a great smell, and it's something. It's like a little bump of myself. You know what I'm saying? To get the day going. And
yourself to get the day going.
you guys do that?
I don't do that. I will, like, I have a big innie, so I'll pick things. If I think the lint or something's in there, I'll try and
I
take
never
one.
get stuff stuck in there. Mine is
I,
sort of
it's
an
not
outy
common.
innie.
I wash
That's not
mine out in the shower.
What do you
That's
mean?
not
What do you have? What do you got in there?
No, just like if there's like
It's that big?
and you just no, but it's like every other one, I think. Do you imagine it's not?
Mine is a little different because it's like any. Oh, excuse me. My belly button is strange because of like surgeries I've had. So it's like an innie, but it's an outie as well. It just doesn't look right. So maybe that's why it
I
just
don't
has
like
a.
an Audi belly button.
I don't either. They're weird to me.
I can't have that.
Do people still have them? I feel like people had them back in the day. You don't see them anymore.
I've never seen one, but I've seen them in pictures.
Yeah, I feel like people get them taken care of.
You should.
They should get them
You
taken
should
care of.
get them taken care of.
Mine is like it's like inner, but then it sort of looks like I don't know. It has a weird look to it. I don't know. I can't explain it. I'll take a picture one day for you guys. But yeah, no, it's got a great smell to it.
It's got a great
Hey.
smell to it.
God, I am so embarrassed.
Chris,
I can't think of something like that I do. I have like weird OCDs.
well, give us a weird OCD though. I'll give you that.
I don't know, man. Sometimes I'll like get into this weird thing for like a minute where I'll be thinking about something and want to check my phone and see if there's any messages or something like that. But I can't, like, I'm thinking about something else, so my brain can't conceptualize that I just checked my phone. So I check it like 3 or 4 times. We're like, I'll pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down like 4 times, and then just be
It
like,
was more like a memory problem.
it's no,
Yeah.
it's not. It's really not. It's like
Is that like a nervous tick or something like
it's
that?
like a nervous tick. Yeah. It's like a twitch when I'm really thinking about something. It happens a lot when I'm like editing videos. If I'm really into editing
Is that
videos,
why my videos take so long to come back to me?
that's why I keep checking my phone.
See, I had a lot of weird things that I used to do when I was in high school and like during my anxiety when I used to think I was there used to be a time I used to think I was choking, so I would over chew my food.
Yeah.
A lot of like I had a lot of kinks like that in my armor there.
Yeah.
Talking about like when I would
Lot of
shower,
kinks. You had a
how I
lot
would
of
wash
kinks
my
in your
body.
arm?
But like when I used to shower, how I'd wash my body would be done the same way every single day.
Really?
Oh, that's a real OCD move.
And
right
if I
there.
didn't do it, I feel like my whole day would be like I had it bad. There was a time where I was really fucked up on my OCDs. But that's not even what I want. I think one of the weirdest things that I do, and I never thought it was that weird until I've brought it up to a couple people, and everybody tells me that it's disgusting and weird. And I think you both might know where I'm going with this because I've talked about it before. But it's the dipping buttered bagels in chocolate milk.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's gross.
that is weird.
Yeah.
By the way, I feel like I went a little too hard on my weirdness, and you guys didn't come up to where I am here with this. You
Well,
did
I didn't have
chocolate,
any
this guy
other
checked
like.
his phone,
Oh, you
and
know,
I'm smelling my belly button. Jesus Christ! Can we go back on that question? I I used to put ketchup on my waffles. That's where I should have went. Stop talking, Brendan. Jesus Christ.
I don't have any
But yeah.
good things, and for the record, weren't supposed to be my questions. If I really would have thought about this, I would have had something.
Well, come with us next week with one. Jesus.
Um,
Christ.
all right, we got 2 questions left.
Oh, thank God.
No, these aren't that bad.
All right, good.
Would you rather meet the woman of your dreams or have the job of your dreams? Can't have both.
By the way, that's true in real life too. You
Yeah,
really
that's probably
can't.
the case.
As far as I know, what the hell do I know though? I smell my belly button for fun. Chris, you want to go first?
This is a tough one. I feel like
I know you have a girlfriend, but Kiera won't get mad. Let's
no,
be
I
honest.
think the woman of your dreams, because I think it would be really sad to, have the job of your dreams but not have like a family.
But if you had the woman of your dreams and a miserable rest of your life, what good is having that? You'll both be miserable together.
Well, do you have to have the woman of your dreams and a horrible job, or can you be working at other stuff?
Well, do you have to have? You could have the job of your dreams and not an awful woman, a good woman.
I guess that's true too.
Yeah, if you really want to
Yeah,
end the question, I'm not trying to do it like that. Mine was the woman
You're
of your
persuading him into your thinking.
I am.
And by the way, I am totally 100% in your lane of thinking because I would much rather have the job of my dreams than the woman of my dreams.
So would I.
I'd rather love.
Think twice.
I would wake up, do what I do. I love what I do. I make maybe it's a good living, maybe it's not. Whatever it is, it's the job of my dreams. If I had the woman of my dreams,
I would throw the woman of my dreams off a mountain to get the job of my dreams.
Or just to get a job.
By the way, this is a perfect answer from 2 losers that haven't met the woman of their dreams yet.
But I hate everybody.
They don't have the job of their dreams, apparently.
Love is love. You've never met somebody. Oh my God, what I would do without them. You know what I would do without them? I'd have a great fucking job and fuck whoever I want.
Yeah.
That's
By the way,
what I'll
just
do
like
without
you're
them.
living right now, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Great
that's
job.
it. Well, right now I don't have either.
Right, but if you get to choose one, I agree with you. I go for the job of the
Think
dreams.
twice.
Because you could always, listen, you could
Maybe
always
I
have those
do
fun
both.
nights with somebody.
Give me 10
like,
years.
those
maybe it's
those bar
Yeah.
stool nights. You know what I'm saying?
Have those nights. Girls are replaceable. A great job isn't.
That's just funny coming from you.
It is, though. I can tell you firsthand. I don't have a job. If I had a great job, I would never pass it up again in my life. I'd
Right.
tell a girl right now, I wouldn't fucking leave my job for you ever. Fuck you.
cut to you getting fired the next week.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I like my job.
Yeah, that's the key thing with the question. Do you get your dream job, or do you do you have it forever, or do you
Yeah,
lose?
life is set, man. Life
All
is
right,
set.
it's set. All right, yeah. Then I would take the dream job.
And the girl's not leaving you either. If you get her, you're always going to be happy. I don't care.
You guys are pushing me towards the job, though.
Because, listen, love can only do so much for you. I hate when people say, but love sucks. Love's overrated. I've been in love. It's useless.
Love stinks.
Love stinks.
By the way, everybody in love is hating this. What we're saying.
Yeah, they're all like, oh, but my husband. But you wouldn't be with your husband if he didn't have a job with money. That's why I always go back to that, because relationships are nothing without money.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
Most people fight about money.
That's not what a couple of you listen to a couple of songs, they'll tell you relationships are good without money. You listen to the right singer songwriter, they'll tell you you're gonna be all right. That's what you listen to.
I like
All
it.
right.
You'd be a bum. You know what, though? I did see a homeless couple the other day, and thank God they had love.
And
They
they
were
were
sleeping.
arguing over plastic bags.
No, they were sleeping great on the floor next to a building, and they had, but at least they were cuddled up next to each other. They had love.
Do you think if you popped out of an empty trash can like a garbage genie, and we're like, if you could keep this love or get the job of your dreams, how fast do you think either one of them would give up that love and get the job of their dreams?
I think one of them's a sucker and would try and pick the love, and the other would be out.
Okay.
Probably, yeah.
Fair enough.
That's what always happens in a relationship. There's a sucker and somebody who's realistic about things.
Right.
I've just never seen a girl happy with a deadbeat.
All right, you're putting your personal thoughts into this. You're going too far.
Chris still hasn't even answered yet.
He
Chris.
answered.
I
He
answered.
said love.
Yeah.
All right.
He chose love.
Chose love.
Now this is the final question, and this was I'm gonna tip my hat off to Ian for this. Downtown Ian.
Downtown.
Ian, how's he doing?
He's doing well, but I just
Hi.
this is a question that he always says about what he wanted on his tombstone.
Quarantine.
So I figured last question, what would be said? What would you want to be said on your tombstone?
I told you I didn't feel well.
That's a good one. I like that.
I told you I didn't feel well.
I don't know what I would want on my tombstone. That's a tough one.
You know how expensive tombstones are, by the way?
Yeah, but it's not your problem. Somebody else handles it, right? You're dead. I always love the phrase. I heard it somewhere that said, I'm a real chill dude with a real chill dude. You know, like attitude. But yeah, I like that. And if they just put that there, I feel like that would sum it up.
Mine would be
dude with a chill dude.
I think that's so stupid, and I expected
it
more.
Is.
That makes that kills the belly button that you went far, that you had such a bad tombstone reading.
I don't have a good. I don't think about death like that.
I think it should be funny.
I'm super morbid. Mine would be he came, he saw, he complained.
That's good.
See, that's funny though.
That is good.
I think it's got to be funny.
It's got to be. I kind of would like just like he was a top-notch guy. Just something, I don't know.
Hated by all.
That's you. Yeah, you are hated by all.
Somebody gave me a great tombstone reading for my life, and I totally forgot what they said. I think it was Ian too. It might have even been you. Remember we the three of us were talking?
Yeah.
It was that night.
Okay, I remember. By the way, we talked till like 3 a.m. or something that night.
Yeah. Chris, when we did the show with Quarantine,
you guys stayed
on. You wound up leaving. We stayed on till about 1 in the morning.
Wow.
Was it that early? I felt like it was all night.
I mean, no, it might have been later. I don't know. It was just. But those are my 10 questions. I mean, we just pulled those out for 40 minutes.
That was fun.
I like those. You want to do? I have some quarantine questions as well. You want to do some more questions?
Yeah, let me hear them. Let me hear them.
We're done. All right, hold on. Let me. Where did I? Hold on. All right. First question. These are quarantine questions. We're living in the queue right now.
So it's living in life as we know it.
You're living in life. These are questions about where we are in the quarantine, how we feel.
Okay. From the queue.
Question 1. What have you learned about yourself during this quarantine?
That I need to learn how to cook.
Okay.
I don't like not having options.
You don't have options?
Like I have no, you have to stay home or go to work.
Yeah.
There's no other option. There's no third.
Okay. All right. Have you reached out to anyone that you normally wouldn't have reached out to during this quarantine?
I want to say it's not that I've reached out. I haven't talked to anybody that I wouldn't normally have talked to, around now. But I've FaceTimed and I've had more in-depth conversations with people. Now that I've talked to people in more depth and hung out with them who I wouldn't normally hang out with because we're all on a video chat.
I feel that way too, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not that I'm talking to different people. I'm seeing different people because I'm able to see them, and we wouldn't normally be hanging out if none of it's going on.
So there's nobody specific that you reached out to, but just because of the situation, you've been in house parties or Zoom parties with people that maybe you wouldn't have seen.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Exactly. I did kind of the same thing.
Okay.
I've been in Zoom parties with people that I haven't seen in years.
Oh, all right. Nice.
No, see, that's not me. These people, it's not that I haven't seen them in
Yeah,
years.
I see. Yeah, all right.
Okay.
But like one of my best friends from San Diego, I would not. We talk and we send texts, and that's how we pretty much keep in touch. We Zoom the other day with like a bunch of us, and I was on Zoom with him for like 4 hours.
Right.
So like I haven't hung out with him like that, even though we're not physically hanging out. We're doing the same things that we would be doing anyway. You know, everybody was drinking, we were playing games, like we were having fun and stuff. But I wouldn't have done that with him probably, and we even discussed it. Like this wouldn't have happened in any other situation. But now that everybody you know is home and they have nothing to do, so it's like, why not get on and all see each other?
Okay.
That's actually been very cool, I think.
It has been. That's the one thing that I've enjoyed about this. I've had a lot of contact with people. You're right. I've had a lot of contact with people that I wouldn't normally have on a regular Tuesday or a Wednesday. You know, I'm on
Yeah.
this Zoom thing every night, or I'm talking to somebody or something every night. It seems as though. I think I needed a break on like Monday, and I was like, I'm off. I got to stay offline.
Well, I've already had a couple days where I'm like, fuck. Like last night, I was on for a little bit with my buddies, but like you even said, I sounded like out of it or whatever. Well, no, that was today,
Yeah.
but I didn't want to be on last night. I was on. I watch my shows.
It's also like it's a lot of staring at a screen.
It
And
is.
it's forced conversation. There's no like, yo, when you're out at a party, you can walk around and do a little thing.
There's no environment to distract you.
Yeah,
Right.
this is just straight, like, you can't even talk about other people. It's like, so, Corona, huh? Crazy.
Like I was talking, I don't know if I was talking to you guys about this or I was talking to somebody. You can't do the Irish goodbye on a Zoom.
No,
You know,
can't.
when you're on a Zoom, I'm used to. Sometimes I'm at with my friends. I kind of dip out. Nobody knows it. I like that.
Oh, I also,
On,
yeah, you
on
can.
this, you can't. It's like
You could just dip into
disappear.
people, though. On
Huh?
what? On the party app, house party, you could
Yeah.
just, I've been hopping into people who are talking, even though I
That's
haven't.
a lot easier. That's a lot easier to.
But no, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Conversations that you're not even supposed to be in or with somebody, you just hop in there to say something real quick and then hop out.
Right. My average time on house party is probably about 7 seconds. I'm in there
Really?
and I get out.
I like it. I've been on.
Yeah.
I've been on almost every. I'd say every other night I've been on here. But
I
me and
still
Biggie, I
haven't-
realized I could talk with B, say, because me and B have been on House Party. Because of this show, we like. It's like when you're not on the show, you're still doing the show. Like
We
got
have a great rapport.
We have a great rapport. So talking to B is significantly easier than talking to anybody else.
Well, what's better for building conversation skills than talking for over an hour every week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you also kind of feed off each other. I don't know. It's like when we were talking, yes, like we wound up coming on for a little bit yesterday, but like, you know, I just find it like we were laughing about it because it's like I could talk to you forever, B.
I was telling Chick the second I started talking we started talking, I felt like we were wasting material. You know, I was like, oh, we're having such a good conversation. I wish we could use this for the podcast. I was like, I don't even want to talk to you right now. But then I got you today, and you started out, you're like a total dud when we started this podcast out. Now you're sort of out of your shell. But I got to be honest, you started out a little grumpy and out of your shell. Now you
because I told you I had a long day, and it took me a little bit to get in the flow.
I know you're the mood swings on this guy.
I do have a lot of. I watched a lot of great TV this week, though. I think that's why I'm so exhausted. I've been staying up till 4 or 5 in the morning and waking up.
You'll get your picks eventually. Let me finish my questions, all right?
No, but it's not even that. I'm just saying in general. Like I've watched so much good stuff this week that I've been like super binging.
Oh, all right.
More than
by the way, I'm getting bored of watching television.
That's what I was telling you the other day. I don't know if it was you or talking to somebody that I've been bored lately.
I can't. I've had nights where I just don't watch. I'm like, I can't watch it.
So, do you guys feel this way about Netflix, that there's just too many fucking options?
Yes, and I've watched so much of it. There's nothing. I put 2 things on my list, started each of them, turned them both off because I wasn't in the mood for them, turned my iPad off, put on music, and listened to music for an hour.
It's crazy. I get overwhelmed by the choices. Like there's 2, like I kind of want an option on Netflix where you sign on and it's like, okay, based on what you like,
they do that, but it's nothing, bro. It's awful.
No, I want
their algorithm is trash.
Is it really? Oh, I just want 3 options. You can watch this, or this.
No, you can't do that.
Also, I think that the Netflix and whatever, all the streaming stuff, it's not fun anymore because it's all we have. It's like this is all I could like. It's not like all right. I worked. I went out today. I did this. I did that. Now I come home. I have an hour. I'm gonna watch a show. I have the entire day to watch that show. It's not that exciting anymore.
And I tell you, like everybody always says, "Oh, you've been home. This can't be that different." It's different for me because
for you though.
I even got out of the house when I wasn't working and there was no quarantine. I still got out of the house. I would go and see my friends. I would go and hang out. I had darts every Tuesday. I had things going on, so I didn't revolve my day around TV or watch TV all the time. It was just at night. Now you're not allowed to leave or do anything. Like he said, I've watched so much shit where it's like I can't even watch. I've literally been listening to a lot more music and hanging out as opposed to watching TV lately.
Me too. I've been listening to a lot of music.
But it's
Bill Withers died today. I'm gonna jump.
Bill
on
Withers died today?
Yeah, he died today.
Oh my God, we should
Not of the
start
virus.
with fucking "Lean on Me."
Yeah, great song, man. A lot of great songs he had. And then there's another guy. Before we get too off track, there's another guy that I got into a couple years ago. His name is John Prine, and he has these songs. He's a great like singer songwriter. He's got these songs. Some of them are kind of silly and fun. And he has coronavirus. He's on a ventilator.
Oh, that's not good.
That I always want to see live, and I'm like, I'm never gonna see this guy live. He was already on death's door to begin with.
Yeah, I've been listening.
The Wayne guy died.
Who?
The guy who sings Stacy's mom?
Yeah.
He died of coronavirus.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died yesterday, right?
Yep.
Guy he wasn't even old.
No, he was 52.
How'd he die?
Coronavirus.
No, but like, did he have existing in like?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't read into it that much, but I know it was related to coronavirus.
Yeah, it was coronavirus.
Yeah.
I've been listening to a ton of Griselda right now. Benny the Butcher, West Side Gun, and Conway the Machine.
All right, you ready for the rest of these questions? Glad to hear Benny the Butcher one more time in this podcast.
I'll plug that whenever I can, bro.
I know
the
you.
Best rap group around right now.
All right, this is something I'm interested in. What you guys would do. All right, you have a chance. This is going back a couple. Listen, I know we all heard about the virus from Wuhan coming over, but you know about the virus 1 week before the quarantine is taken care of. But you can't tell anybody before this all goes down. Let's just imagine a world where you know that this is going to happen before the quarantine, before this disaster strikes, where you're like, I have 1 week, but I can't tell anybody. What would you do during that time? How would you spend that time? Would you go
I would
out?
buy all the cleaning supplies and stuff that I needed to get through this time. I probably wouldn't realize that toilet paper was going to be an issue, so I'm not going to sit here and say that I would have gotten toilet paper, but I probably would have bought everything. I would have gotten everything that I needed for my, month or however long we thought it was going to be that first batch.
So you would make a jump at the toiletries, at the essentials that you need in the house.
Yeah, I would the toiletries and
for
all
the entire week. By the way, what's going on in your yard? It looks like there's a flashlight going on. It looks like somebody's trying to break in.
So here's the thing, and I felt awful. This whole time we're doing the show, I couldn't make you guys stop because we're in the middle of recording. But my brother was taking shit to his car. And
you felt awful. You felt great. You had a perfect excuse.
He's walking next to me, and I can't even help him and his wife as they're bringing things to the car.
You can't.
All right. Chris, what would you do? You had a week.
I think I would pick like a cool place and like quarantine myself there, like somewhere in the woods.
But this is before a quarantine, so everybody's healthy. We're living in a world.
So I'd like spend the week getting to said place and stocking up on food and stuff like that.
Oh, so can you afford staying in this place for the entire month? 2 months, maybe 3?
I can afford a month's rent. 2 months, I don't know.
Well, here's
You might set yourself up for disaster.
It's already a disaster.
Yeah, but what if you stop? Where are you gonna go? Where would you go?
I don't know.
Somewhere. So everywhere you go, it's gonna be event. There's no better place than to be, I feel like, than the U.S. still. Even though
No,
we're the
no,
worst
I'm not even
right
talking
now,
out of the
I still
country.
feel like I'd rather be here than anywhere else.
No, I'm talking like even just like somewhere near more nature.
Like
Like
Bora
get
Bora.
outside.
All right.
Yeah, like even I don't know, the woods.
You go to
upstate.
like the Montana or something.
No, it's too far.
All right. You
You
go
could
to
just
the
go upstate camping by
Hunter
like
Mountain.
Hunter Mountain.
Yeah, sure.
All right. We'll drop you off at the Massapequa Preserve with a
That's
couple
fine.
of waters and some toilet paper.
I think mine's the most practical.
It is, but you have a week. I'm thinking that you
I
can
don't
get
think I
that
would have
stuff.
spent it.
You can.
anything.
I would do a quick vacation somewhere. I'd be like, listen, I'm not spending money. I would go somewhere. I do a weekend trip. I get it all in.
Nope. I would just pack up on essentials. I would get everything I needed, so I didn't have to worry about not having.
All right.
A weekend trip would be fun though.
But listen, the what I'm
I would
thinking
probably
is,
go out to eat every night that week, though.
all right, I like that. See, I feel like
That's the thing. Are you guys missing eating like restaurant food?
Oh, I'm dying right now.
no, because I get it to my house every day.
I
I
see.
Can I
never
tell
drink.
you, my parents are coming home in a week, and I can't fucking wait.
Why do they get restaurant food?
No, my mother is one of the best cooks I've ever been around.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I haven't been getting meals.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
that's why. Yeah, I
Like,
want to
the
learn
only
to
thing
cook.
I've been eating is like, something that I could buy that's frozen, or like I'm not really making things from
You gotta
scratch.
learn to cook, man.
That's why I realized, he asked me before, I've realized how I would have diabetes and die of a heart attack if I
I'm so
had to live on
glad
my.
that I started cooking through this because I've been eating really well. I just really miss I really like sushi and stuff like that. I miss things like that, things that I can't make, you know?
Right. You could learn how to make sushi.
Seems very involved.
Yeah, but what you have time now.
No, but you know what? There's like a certain way that they prepare like the raw fish and stuff like that I just don't even want to mess with.
True.
Trying
But
to prepare raw fish. What?
You
B,
can
what
get
was
like
that?
one of those things, and
What other questions you got?
all right. All right. What deceased celebrity would you bring back from the dead to spend the quarantine with? So you have
Tupac.
to spend you would do Tupac? All right.
Anthony Bourdain.
Bourdain. That's a good one. I like Bourdain. All right, cool. All right. You could be immune from the virus, okay? But here's the thing. You have to grow horns and a tail. Would you do it?
No.
Wait, what?
I'm not
Sorry.
talking big horns or a big tail. If you could be immune from the virus for life, coronavirus will never affect you. But you have to grow horns on your head and a tail on your back. Would you do it?
Nope.
No.
I'm not talking big horns.
Not
Nope.
at all. Not any horns.
You would take.
Does everybody have them, or am I the only one?
You're the only one because
No.
this is a secret.
No, I don't
No.
care that.
I think I would do it.
Well, you are a little different than us. So
I
I don't
wear
blame-
hats enough. I wear I could hide the tail.
You can't sit down on things, bro. That would suck.
What are you talking about? My dogs sit all the time.
On their hind legs and on their ass, like not how you sit.
I figure out how to sit around my tail.
Fuck your tail.
Yeah,
You can figure a way. And I'm not talking a big tail. Maybe it's a stub,
That's even more
worse.
annoying.
It doesn't wag or anything.
Next.
Okay. Would you rather share a bed with someone that's infected with the coronavirus for one night or share a bed with the Tiger King, Joe Exotic, for one night?
The
Who's not
Tiger.
infected? One night. That's all you get. One
Tiger.
night.
I take
One
my
night
chances
somebody's
with the
infected
virus.
with the virus. One night you get Joe Exotic.
I don't want to get the virus, so I'll deal with Joe Exotic for the night.
All right.
That
Can I
guy's
tell you
crazy.
how annoyed that was, by the way, that you started the episode? Not how the adult babies do, and that you took from a show that I fucking hate.
That's why I love it.
But anyway,
It's
Next.
that is the I've been getting that all day long from everybody.
I refuse to acknowledge it because it's the dumbest show ever.
It is dumb.
Chris, what did you say?
The virus. That guy's crazy.
So you would
Yeah,
take the virus?
and you're a healthy young. You're a
See,
healthy young.
you're not afraid of this virus at
I'm
all.
not afraid of the virus. I'm afraid of like the societal impacts, but not the virus itself. No.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You got any others for us, B?
That's it. That's it.
That was it.
Yep. Just a quick 5.
All right.
That was great. We had some questions today.
Yeah,
I thought it was a
I
fun
liked.
This is a fun episode.
It was
Yeah.
fun. We got
At least
to,
for us. If nobody else has fun, we at least have
We had a
some
good
fun.
time.
Yeah.
But I do want to give some picks because I told you.
Oh, please do. Oh my
lot
God,
Good
please.
stuff.
Oh, I think I have a pick, but I hope you already picked it.
All right. Ozark's not a pick because it's just such a great show, but season 3 was the best out of the bunch.
You finished it already?
Finished it. It was amazing.
I'm liking it.
That's not my pick. I'm just saying Ozark season 3, best out of all the seasons so far.
Okay.
What I watched this week, the 2 things I watched last night. Actually, no. Last night I watched the David Chappelle Mark Twain Award honors.
By
on
the way,
Netflix.
you have so much respect for him now after you watch that you don't call him Dave anymore. You call him David.
David
I
Chappelle.
like it.
I said David Chappelle.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't realize I said that. I swear to God, I didn't.
The memory issue
Right,
on you is
coming
really
out.
becoming a thing.
The Dave Chappelle Mark Twain Award. It's like an honors bash that they had for him, and there was a bunch of comics and musicians who came up and said things, and a couple people performed. But there was a lot of his stand-up too that they were showing clips of.
It
It's
was
like an
fantastic.
It was fucking awesome. Hour and a half of I was laughing. I enjoyed it the whole time.
I enjoyed that more than anything I've watched in the last week, I would say.
That's why I was saying it was one of the best things. That's why I said I watched so much good stuff this week, and that was right at the top of the list.
By the way, it
That's
made
on
me.
Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
Can I tell you that made me make that question, and that's why I thought about I would love to meet him.
Yeah, that's a great answer for that. I would, but that when I watched that, it made me remember that time because I remember when that show came out. I think it
Yeah.
was like Wednesday nights, and I remember gathering around. That was like something.
We all hung
totally-
out to watch that show.
Yes.
The last time I probably had a show where I hung out with my friends and watched.
You would sit down. I remember going to my friend's house. We'd watch it. I remember it was a half-hour show. The commercials, it would be so fast. I'd be like, there's more commercials than there is.
Yeah.
No, it was such a it changed everything. It was
And I love
unbelievable.
how him and Neil Brennan thought Half Baked sucked.
Yeah, well, it's not the greatest. It's a
It's a
stoner
cult
movie.
classic.
But that show was just so different, and for him to start that whole series on with the black white supremacist,
Which is one of the best sketches of all time.
yeah,
Yes.
and watching that happen listen, whoever lived through that, watching that happen,
The
that was
racial
such-
draft was the funniest fucking thing
oh,
ever.
God. By the way, Bill Burr on that too. You see Bill Burr on the corner.
I saw Bill Burr. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot that was Bill Burr.
I
A
gotta
young Bill Burr.
Yeah, young Billy. That's when they called him Billy Burr. And then it was just such. I remember waiting every week for that, and I think it was Wednesday. And not only that, the musical guests that were on there.
Yeah,
were
they always had Common. Kanye West was on that.
Kanye and Common before, like, when Kanye was just coming up, and it was so,
Kanye was just coming up. Common was already big.
Tom was already somebody.
He was always big with a tribe called Quest.
Talib Kweli, just great guests. It was unbelievable. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
everybody should watch that, especially if you grew up watching that show.
Yeah, that was the other thing too. Just Chappelle, like he's been in. They talked about how Eddie Murphy almost played the role of Nutty Professor 2, the comic that Chappelle played.
Yeah.
Murphy said he was planning on playing that part.
Yep.
And I guess he saw Chappelle and like, fuck it, yeah, let's have him do it. And Chappelle killed that. Like, it was so much stuff that we really grew up on him with Half Baked and the Chappelle Show and all that. And now I think he's a better comic now than I've ever thought he was.
Yeah. Although I love that special, that like that Sesame Street bit that he had. Well, that first HBO special, or I don't know if it was, I think it was HBO.
Listen, he was always
Whatever.
hysterical. I'm
Yeah.
just saying. I feel like now he's just like in a world of his own. But yeah, the other one that I watched that was fucking excellent is a new documentary on HBO. It's 2 hours long, and it's about a 2-year investigation that the FBI did into NCAA basketball corruption. Now, not with like fixing games, but with coaches paying recruits and managers paying like kids when they start in high school, and just how corrupt the NCAA is and college basketball. And it's a great ending to it because the FBI basically entrapped someone. It was I don't want to get too much into it, but it was very good. It's called The Scheme.
The Scheme. All right.
And last but not least, I said I watched so much stuff. I'm gonna watch. I can't even say it's a feel-good movie because it is, and then it has a tragic ending. But it's called Greater. It's a Netflix movie. It's a true story about this fat kid from Arkansas. He's not small, but he's got no business playing Division I football, but he's determined to play for Arkansas, get a scholarship, and then make the NFL. And it's a true story. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but it has like a really tragic ending. But it's like feel good. It's like Rudy.
I'm guessing the tragic ending is he doesn't make the team. It's
I'm
not that.
not going to say anything, and that's completely wrong.
Oh, I know it's not. That's what I'm saying. The tragic ending isn't he doesn't make the team. It's something much more worse.
Yeah, but whatever. It is. You don't know if it happens or whatever. Like, it's a great story. It's like Rudy, and then the ending is like fucking Braveheart.
Okay. All right.
You know what I mean? It's like Rudy.
The ending was Braveheart. That's a great review.
That sounds great. Listen, I'm down for that. By the way, another thing about television I want to say is we're getting the Chicago Bulls series
April 19th.
A few weeks ahead of time, right?
There was a whole uproar like, why are you making us wait till June when everybody's quarantined now?
Yeah.
And ESPN did the right thing, and they pushed it up. I think it was supposed to come out like June 2nd or 4th.
Yeah.
And now they're doing it
April 19th.
one episode every week starting April 19th.
Which is okay with me. I heard some people complaining one episode a week.
No, you know what, dude? There's
fine.
A lot of shows that are going back to the one Dave has released one a week. I don't mind that.
No,
they're not even, there's 10 parts. It's only for 5 weeks. They're doing double episode. It's like 2 episodes, and then next week's 2 episodes. Like, it's not one a week. It's like 2 hours.
It's a lot. It's a big chunk to watch.
Yeah,
that's gonna be great. I can't wait.
It looked. I don't know if the generation that didn't grow up with Jordan is going to appreciate it as much as us.
Yeah.
But I have been looking forward to that documentary.
I can't wait.
But I've been looking forward to this for 2 years. I've heard about this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't wait till dude, they've been talking about this thing. A 10-part documentary about Michael Jordan. Dude, he wasn't a LeBron James in the sense that everybody knew him, but he wasn't open. He didn't make comments in the media and like give his opinions and political statements.
No, and also it was a different time. They didn't have access to
but
stuff.
you had people like Barkley and Iverson, or I mean like Magic Johnson. I mean, people that
but still, it wasn't like
had personalities. Jordan was just so good, but like closed, like, was in the closet almost, of like, no, you don't know anything about him. So to have a documentary that like supposedly really delves into behind the scenes stories of Jordan, in practice and off the court, and it's supposed to be really good. I can't wait.
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to that one.
I hated Jordan my whole life, and I loved him at the same time.
Same here, yeah. Respected him, loved to watch him. I loved watching those Bulls.
Dude, he never missed. When he retired and came back, his shot was unbelievable.
Yeah, killed the Knicks for 55 at the Garden.
Yeah, the dime. What is it? The double nickel.
Yep.
But yeah, that's all I got this week, guys.
Did you see The Plot Against America?
I don't think so. No.
Oh. Yes,
Dude.
I didn't put it on because I wanted to wait for it to be done before I recommended it.
Which one is that?
I was 3 episodes in, and I started it. Excellent.
It's like a spin on Hollywood, a spin on history, like
alternate history stuff.
It's an alternate history from Lindbergh, who was a known Nazi sympathizer, running for president, during World War, like as World War II was just starting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And
What's
it
that
had
on?
it's on HBO, and HBO, like they always do good stuff. Like
HBO just does it right,
They do it
man.
right.
everything is good, man.
They do
They
it
really,
right.
even the shows I don't like on HBO, I respect the.
You can get into them. You can
Well, they're-
figure out a
they're
way to
no,
get
but
it
like
made.
I may not like them, but I know 100 other people who love them. Like they're good. It's good TV.
I like it. Yep.
Yeah, Plot Against America is a great show.
Fantastic.
I have so much stuff here too that I'm probably never going to even recommend.
I know. I'm also hyped about Money Heist season 4 coming out.
I am so not hyped about that. I'm pissed
What
at
the
the
hell's Money Heist? What is
Money
it? What is
Heist was the great first season, very good second season, terrible third
I
season,
thought the third season was
no
great.
expectations for the fourth season. See, nah, man, they killed it. The
I'm
third
very
season,
excited for season 4. It came out today.
What is it about?
it's about a heist,
It's
and
about, yeah, it's a
it's
heist show.
it's a heist show. It's in subtitles, or you watch it in.
I will
in-
agree with you that season 1 was.
What a
the best.
description of a show called Money Heist. It's about a heist.
It's about a money
You really
heist.
got
where
down to
someone
the
steal a ton of money
nitty-gritty
from
with that one.
what is it? A bank in the first one
Yeah,
that
it's
they're
the
stealing the
bank.
money from.
They print the
What?
money. It's where they
What?
print the money.
Yeah, they're printing money in the first season, and they're stealing. Like they're printing it and then stealing it,
All right.
and then it goes into a few more seasons. But the second season was still good. The third season was bad.
I liked the third season. Really?
I
I
couldn't
thought it was a little
disagree.
short.
I wish it was not. I wish it didn't exist.
It was too long for you. Not
Yeah.
short enough.
One of those shows where they should have stopped that too, like Bad Boys.
Oh, I totally disagree. I'm glad they kept it going.
Hey, what? Like that's just said to each
Well,
their own.
exactly. To each their own.
But yeah, if you guys made it this far, I got nothing else.
All right, guys. Good episode. It was great to check in on you. And hopefully we'll get somebody this weekend. Maybe we'll do a guest. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, what is it?
All right.
Week 4 of quarantine?
Yeah, we're there. We're
I
there.
know.
I mean, I figure we double up every week, right? You know, we
Yeah,
get,
no,
we get at
great.
least two. We do a weekday show and then we do a weekend show.
We might have to do 2 weekday shows because I don't know if we want to do one in another day because today's basically Saturday.
Maybe a Sunday. Maybe we'll do a Sunday.
Maybe we'll figure it out. We'll see how Chris is feeling.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll
you
see
guys
how he is.
die from this?
No, just make sure you're the one working.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
But
You're the-
all right, guys, everybody stay safe.
All right, guys.
Out there. Wash your
Stay
hands. We
safe
love
out
you.
there, and we'll talk to you
Review
later.
us.
Yeah,
Keep on
review-
asking.
review
Fucking
us.
Review us.
and
And send us
write in
email.
questions.
What are you doing? You're sitting home doing nothing.
By the way, the people that wrote in questions were awful, and they only did it. They didn't do it on the adult babies. They did it on my personal one.
It's annoying.
Terrible questions, and I would call you all out, but I'm not gonna. But they weren't good.
All right.
Write better questions.
Thanks for listening. We love you. Stay safe.
All right.
We'll be
Bye.
back.